what I've found is that when I focus on leadership towards friendship, everything happens a lot easier. It's not work anymore. And a lot of times, when women try to test me or push my buttons or see what I can deal with, or try to see if I'm really the guy that I'm presenting myself at. And by the way, that's rare. That almost only happens when you, as a man, you do something that triggers a red flag for her. She senses you're not really being yourself. So that almost never happens to me. But on the rare occasions it does happen, it's very easy to deal with them because the fundamental way to deal with a test or a woman sort of nudging you to see if you're for real is to act confused and to just refocus and focus on something that's more conducive to you and her connecting. So you almost like don't pay attention to it, or it's just not even on your radar. Now, you can try to fake that, but if you're really focused as a leader using the 5 focalities of leadership, which is I-PACE, which I'm going to teach you in a little bit, and your intention there is to become friends with the woman, you won't even see these tests. You won't even interpret them. It'll just be like, what? You'll just be confused. Like, what? Like, for example, I remember a woman, in this particular woman, her personality was very much like, I think she had a lot of distrust of men, so she was constantly just bombarding me with questions. And we were meeting for first date, and at first I couldn't really decide what I wanted. I was kind of thinking beer, but then I kind of wanted a cocktail. And it took me a second to decide, and then I think I decided on, vodka soda or something. And she said something like, "Are you always this indecisive?" By the way, this girl was really, really physically attractive, like beautiful. And yet she was constantly saying things like that. Now, a guy that is focused on game or trying to impress the woman or trying to seduce her might focus on saying, "Oh no, I'm usually very decisive," or he might talk about, "Well, I'm really decisive at work, I'm making 6 figures," or he might say something to try to impress her. As I recall, my response was I just looked at her like she had just said something in Chinese, like, "Huh?" and then said so. So that's the perfect test beater, if you want to call it that. But my was, I wasn't interested in competing with this woman or impressing her. Trying to impress a woman is basically competing with her.